Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of No Tippy Tappy Football, brought to you by Boyle Sports. Hey Sam.
Hello, how are you?
I am wonderful.
After your trip, tell us about your trip. Go on.
I've been to Korea.
Korea.
I went on Wednesday and came back yesterday.
It's amazing what this podcast has done for you now.
I always tell you, Sam, just being associated with you has done me wonders.
No, I'm glad that you're visiting the world and getting paid for it and seeing another country. So,
and thanks for letting us do the podcast on Tuesday instead of Monday.
No problem. Well, we're flexible.
Yes.
Very flexible. I'm not so flexible now, but we are flexible in our timings and our days. So, yeah.
Well, I'm very excited because we have another returning guest today.
Oh, a threesome.
What?
Pardon?
Oh, my God.
Edit that.
Oh, my God. What just happened?
Third time lucky, I should say. Third time on the podcast. Oh, dear. What am I saying? What am I talking about? Wake up, Sam. It's a big welcome to one of my favourite guests, Wes. Thanks for coming again. Great to see you.
Happy to be here again. And, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course.
That was a start and a half, wasn't it?
That was a great start, Sam. I loved it.
Right.
Oh, God. I just made that worse. Okay. Of course, former Manchester United and Sunderland defender, and we'll get on to both United and Sunderland today. Lovely to see you, Wes. Before we get into today's episode, new Boyle Sports customers can get a bet £10, get £40 in free bets offer, plus a 50% bet builder boost for Villa versus Arsenal on Saturday. Come on, Villa. To claim this exclusive offer, follow the link in the description below. And of course, remember, it's over 18s only, T's and C's apply, and please gamble responsibly. So, yes, lovely to see you again, Wes.
And you, Nat, good.
So, your last time you were on, it was just before United appointed Ruben Amorim.
Was it that long ago?
Well, that was only just over a year.
Just over.
Feels longer, eh?
Yeah,
But
it was.
November last year is when they appointed him, I think.
Yeah.
So his win rate is 40% since then. Give us, so just to start, so we'll get you straight off the fence, Wes. Give us a rating out of 10 for Ruben Amorim so far.
Oh, out of 10, I'll go, I think for what he's been able to do and get in, I'll go 6, 7.
Yeah.
No, you didn't just do 6, 7.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Yeah, the kids do. I still don't know what it means.
Me neither. Sam's no idea what we're talking about.
Sorry.
I do not. You'll have to tell me after.
But I can't explain it because I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Don't know what it means.
These sayings they've got, is it?
Yeah.
And everyone just laughs and smiles.
Who thinks of these up, by the way? Who does
No
that?
clue.
No idea, Sam. Absolutely no idea.
6, 7, that's how they do it.
You've not heard that? Sam, please don't. And by the way, Wes, every time my son says 6, 7 now, I say 8, 9,
Right,
and it just winds him up.
I might do that.
He gets really annoyed.
Okay, I might
so
do
there's a tip for everyone listening.
I'm picking a few of these up off. I know it's way past like football. I'm picking a few of these up on this celebrity. Get me out of here.
Are you watching that?
Yeah, the two, Angry Ginger and his mate,
And
like
Age.
Age,
Good, aren't they?
going dropping all these words and I'm going, what's that one then? Like, I mean, so it's
What have you learned?
not to remember them.
Okay.
If I start using those, not that there's anything wrong with them words, but everybody look at me and going, "How old are you?"
Has Lynn changed her mind yet? Will she let you go on yet?
Oh no, she'd not change.
No.
No.
You're not. So no.
He'd be good on that, boss.
He would, wouldn't he?
Listen, I don't want Ant and Dec taking a piss out of me. Yeah, I know what. I've known them for a long time, and they would look to anything to give us a bit of stick. I'm telling you,
You can handle
the
that.
banter would be unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, no, not this time.
You would be great on it. One day,
You get all them sometimes when you go like. You can do the rounds if you want, can't you?
Yeah.
Because you can go for I'm a Celebrity, then you can go on to MasterChef, and then you know what I mean. Or
I'd love to get invited. Not
out.
even being hanging around you's enough to get me invited, Sam, sadly. But maybe one day. Yeah. Maybe one day. Okay, so 6 out of 10. 6,
7.
And that's how we got onto it. That's
how
we got onto this.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Bruno Fernandes' season? Because he's now ahead of Paul Scholes in assists. That's unbelievable. 56 assists now.
I know, it's crazy. He's done it from the beginning.
Paul Scholes.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
And how many years has he been there?
Don't know. Good question.
6.
Don't. Not again.
7.
Sorry. Yeah, 6, 7. Yeah, I reckon it's about 6. It was 6 years. But
Scholes,
he's done it from the beginning, hasn't he?
10, 12 years
Suppose
in
it
the
was
first
longer-
team, more
longer than
maybe.
that, yeah. 12, 13, yeah.
13.
Mm.
It's incredible. I mean, he's one of the best midfield players ever.
Scholes,
Oh, yeah.
not Fernandes.
Oh, no. Fernandes, brilliant.
It's a-
There's
it's a
nothing
great
like-
achievement now.
He's not a Paul
Yeah.
Scholes. No.
To be fair, it's been tough, hasn't it? So he takes a lot of things on his own behalf and tries stuff, but at the same time, he's pulled it off.
He's not waving his arms around as much either.
He's not.
I'm glad to
noticed
say.
that.
You know, like all this
Mm.
after, like, you know, and as captain, it's a bit more important that you don't sort of show those reactions, like you mean. So he looks like he's matured a bit, which is.
Yeah.
But, and of course, I've always said this year for United, because there's no other distractions or not a lot of distractions other than the league, and they're already out of one cup, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of time to be working on the team, because I was listening to TalkSport coming in about Arsenal, and Declan Rice saying the training for, well, that tactically I don't think they're doing anything. He said because they're training for half an hour.
So
That's
many
it.
games.
You do experience that at United,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Gafford let us go out. If anything, it'd just be warm down, run, go back in. It's painful at times because you want to do some training, but you've got to save your energy, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to build up for the next game. It's just as big. So
It is that mad time of year because there's obviously full Premier League fixtures this week, then the weekend, then there's Europe, then there's Premier League, then there's the Cup if you're still in it, then there's Premier League. It is a
We saw him turn it around at Palace at half time.
that's a big result, yeah.
Which was, visually you could see that he'd got stuck into him about closing down, like you mean, because at the first half they weren't at it.
passing was bad. Everything was
Passing
bad.
I mean, at Palace is the right time. I mean, you heard the manager after Glasnich about, I've kept my mouth shut long enough. This is why we lost today, that our squad is just not big enough. These players just can't cope with this because of how many games they've got, because they've got the European games as well. And he's finally snapped a little bit there publicly.
And he looked tired in the second half, didn't he?
Well, Wes, I mean,
would do.
the history is, I mean, you in your life become accustomed to it. And the history was when Bolton got there, we did the research, and like every team, like a Bolton, like a Fulham or a Middlesbrough that got there before us, every game after the European game hardly ever won.
Yeah.
And that's the same with Palace at the moment. So our challenge was how to balance that. Like, you mean, what do we do to make sure that's not the case? Because even though Europe was fabulous for the fans and everybody and ourselves, the Premier League was still for us still the most important thing because of the old dosh, the money.
Yeah.
Protect the money at all costs, like,
But then, like you say, United don't have that this
Don't
year.
have that
maybe
this year, which
that's
gives them a lot more. And of course,
Yeah.
second half performance with the manager doing his job paid off for him in the end.
Bruno Fernandes said something that I agreed with at the weekend, which is, I never thought I'd say that, Wes. He said that football is now too robotic, and his greatest feature is he takes risks with the ball instead of just playing this simple pass. So, yeah, I thought he'd like that, yeah.
I told you about the robotics ages ago, and about how coaches are just saying, "You've got to run here, you've got to run there, you never experienced that, did you?"
No. I watch it now all the time, but
So were you encouraged to take risks then?
you have to. I think if in the final third, wingers, fullbacks, take the defender on. You might not get past him every time, but you might get a corner, you might get a throw, it might be a block. But I would see it as if I was that defender, I'd just be thinking, here we go again.
He's running at me
again.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm playing centre half, if the ball keeps going, takes it a wide, come back out. I'll be standing there going, this is
nice.
This is okay. Because there's not much going on. If you keep getting the ball in the box and I have to keep heading it, eventually I'm going to be like, are they going to stop? Like, it's consistent, they're just powering it in. But yeah, I think you have to use a bit of your own imagination.
And make your own decisions.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
And I seriously think, like I said, because coaches are so insisting on promoting their own style, if you like, or their own way of coaching. They're constantly talking about, everybody where they have to run and where they need to run and where they should run and which takes decision making away from the player, because eventually the player says, I can't do that because the manager only wants me to do this. And that was never the case in our day, or certainly when I was managing the Premier League, when I got the opportunity for players to express themselves were far greater than it is now, I believe. But of course, it's evolvement, and it's about this technique, this coaching technique, and I still think man management is much more important than coaching. About making the player feel that he's in a place where he's comfortable, where he wants to do well, his mind's set that he's going to go out and give his best, and he understands his teammates. He knows how his teammates play. They talk together and sometimes, sort it out yourself.
Would you agree with that, Wes?
100%.
Yeah.
I tell you why, if you watch the Everton game, Man United Everton, exactly what Sam's just been saying. They go to the sideline, come back out. Everton are just waiting for it to come in. But no one's used their imagination to do anything. And I always used to remember, especially at United, let's just say Giggsy, for instance. If Giggsy was absolutely terrifying the right back, he'd shout on, give it Giggsy every time. Why not? Because he's getting, he's doing his thing on his guy. He's terrified. The defender's terrified, and you could switch that to Ronaldo, Rooney. Get the ball to Rooney more than just sort of playing your normal game. Give it to him because he's torturing him. But I don't, like you said, I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it's keep moving the ball, try and get in these spaces. Here, you run round. We try and make a bit of space here. And it's just a little bit robotic.
Oh, fans. We love what I call
City play like that all the time.
They do a lot, but then maybe that's why someone like Shirky makes me so excited.
Yeah, they've got the players though.
We're talking about City now.
There's always a chance to
It's normally me that diverts. It's not me that goes off on one.
Yeah, but when Dorgu gets it, for instance, he can take a man on, can't he? So you can understand that. So if you get it to him and it's one-on-one, you're like, okay, let's see what he can do. But a lot of teams haven't got the players to do that, but they still, do this passing. And it's not. I don't think it's hard for defenders.
We have a turnaround in two things, right? But I'm really pleased about it because it makes me more exciting to watch. Is apart from copying, all these coaches start copying. What are you copying for? So everybody's doing long throws, everybody's doing. Pass it back to the goalie from the kick-off and kick it up the pitch. Everybody's doing, and we just do your own thing. Think of something more inventive rather than copying everybody else. And I think, and obviously, one of the most important things that's happened at the minute was Arsenal's free kicks and corners, which paid dividends. So that's always been the case. We've always been, as coaches and managers, dreaming up other ways to take a corner and capitalise on the opposition and how important goals were. And I think that when other people start copying it, why don't you find something better and be more creative? But I like the change at the moment, and I also like the change at the bottom with the bottom clubs the way they're doing. I also like the change of the fact that Man United against Everton, at Man United, Everton 10 men win 1-0. Everton play on Saturday. As much as I don't like this because my mate's Moisey, they get thrashed by Newcastle. Yeah. So this is the excitement of the Premier League back again, and these bottom clubs. Who are, Sunderland particularly, Bournemouth, Brighton, that Brentford are doing well, even with the new manager, Keith Andrews, who I had at Blackburn, which I'm really pleased for him. It's a great Premier League again because it's all about the bottom and the middle and the top, where people are saying, at the start of the season, you'd never say this is where they're going to be after, and it's 13 games in, 14 games in, not 5 or 6. So
we're going to get on to Sunderland, which is a perfect example of that. Leeds
so it's the best season for a long, long time, and that's why I think it's always been the most popular league in the world.
Yeah, it feels like anyone could beat anyone at the minute, maybe with the exception of Arsenal, but. In terms of the, this was thought was really interesting. Mason Mount's interview after the Palace game, he said that the free kick routine that he had with Bruno wasn't planned.
Yeah. Good.
And that kind of fits again
Absolutely
back into
fantastic.
So do you want players to take responsibility sometimes for just
play
going
what
off?
you see?
Yeah.
No, play what you see. Play what you see. It's not a difficult game.
I wanted to ask you about something Ruben Amorim had said about Dorgu in terms of pressure, Wes, because he said that you can feel the anxiety every time Patrick touches the ball. I can feel the anxiety. He needs to be calmer. With Denmark, when obviously they played Scotland won, he scored a great goal. The decision he made under pressure was completely different to the decision he's making in our team. So obviously with your experience, 362 games for Manchester United, in your experience, have you been with players who can't deal with the pressure? I
think the main thing is you're not always going to play well. I think that's the first thing, and then it's how you handle it. So, for instance, if you're going through a bad spell, Sam Natalie, you would have watched so many players. People don't want the ball.
Yeah, hiding. Yeah.
They hide a bit. They're like, they're not shouting for it as much. And it's difficult. It's tough to get out of it. I was a little bit lucky in a sense. I wouldn't let it mess with my head a little bit. So you're not playing well. So you get it and you do it. Everything's so simple. Like get it, pass it as quick as you can. Make sure you get your headers in as defenders. Make sure the pass is right. When everything's going perfect, honestly, you don't even have to think about anything. You can do an outside of the foot.
Without thinking.
Just a quick little chip with your left. You could kick it up over someone's head, absolutely no problems. So he's just got to learn how to sort that out in his head, because it's not going to stop. It's never going to stop. And it's, like I said, when it's the easy times, when everything's going well and the confidence is high, there's no problems with any player. It's when it gets a little bit tougher, you might get a little bit of stick off the press or off the fans. You've then got to be able to breathe it in. And like I said, everybody's different. Believe me, everybody's different. But he's got to be able to do something where he's not sort of playing when he gets at home and just change something. And then obviously it only takes one game. Honestly, Sam, it's like it takes one game. Yeah.
One good tackle, one good header.
A few good things.
And that's it, you're off again, yeah.
And you're off again. But it's hard. And listen, I'm not sure. He would never have been in that sort of... he would have never been in this place before, probably, at the other team. So it is hard, but yeah, everyone will go for it and everybody takes it in different ways. Some people get angry, some people go hiding, some people start shouting more. There's lots of ways when you can see it's happening, yeah.
So if there was one player that you've seen this season or recently, who do you think United need to sign?
Yeah, not for you, but who would I sign?
Yeah.
Who's available is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
And have they got any money to sign anybody?
They always seem to find money on players, don't they?
You can always find some, but they're probably not. Where would I like to get another player in at? Honestly, so at the moment, Ugarte's not played as well this season as you would have thought, and Casemiro and sort of Bruno are holding that. I would love to see Kobbie more. I know the manager says he plays in the same position as Bruno. But I'm probably going to have to go with, but I'm not sure if Luke Shaw can do it. Left wing back. But I reckon we'll see Luke Shaw then in the upcoming games just to see.
Well, he's done it before. Or is he a little bit too old for the up and down, do you think? Or what? Was he now 30? One, two?
I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be 30.
It's a lot of up and down when you're a wing back.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
As a wing back, mind you, at United, your full backs were always on the way in the back four, weren't they? But
has he got the same energy as
Nico O'Reilly?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You want to have that sort of it. Ahmad can do it. He's going to lose a few at the back post, I suppose, every now and again. But you can see the difference in age, I suppose.
Absolutely, yeah.
So a left back.
He's up and down. Left wing back, maybe, because I just feel United at the moment, a lot of our good possession and our, where we're strong is on the right hand side, whereas the left probably isn't as strong. And it'd be nice to see that a little bit, so we can both ways. Yeah. Everybody knows Mbeumo and Ahmed, when they get on the ball, it's dangerous. Not exactly the same on that left hand side.
What about up front? You think you've still got it?
Yeah, again, Cunha's are probably a little bit different. to a main striker. Sesko's still young. He's still learning his way, finding his feet. But it's like we've seen when Cunha hasn't played, we've struggled a little bit to keep the ball, hold it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but you say strikers, who?
There isn't any.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Well,
and
look at
honestly,
Arsenal.
we had this discussion the other
Arsenal
day.
playing midfielder.
Who you
And
getting?
he's scoring, by the way.
Getting 25 a year. That you can get. You know,
What you can get, yeah.
it's tough.
Okay, last question on Man United before we move on. You just mentioned Kobbie. You said Kobbie. I always said Kobe. That's interesting, Kobbie.
Brian,
yeah.
Kobbie Bryant. Everyone says it. It's Kobbie, yeah.
Obviously, at the Euros, he's 19 years old and he played in the semi-final.
Yeah.
You were 20 when you made your England debut as well. He's not started in the Premier League this season for United. So obviously you mentioned there that the manager thinks he plays in the same position as Bruno, but what do you think is to blame for him? I mean, has he gone backwards?
Definitely not gone backwards. He's just obviously not fitting in what the manager sort of wants. And what I mean by that is he's happy with the more experienced players of Bruno and Casemiro in there. And yeah, listen, Casemiro is getting a bit older. He's, physically, you can see that a touch every now and again.
I don't know what's. He looks a little bit better than what he did the last couple of seasons.
And that's what I mean. And this as an older player.
Yeah.
You can have 3 games brilliant, and then 1 game it's a bit. You won't admit it, but you need to have a rest.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
That's the manager's responsibility there. I mean, the trouble is, right, when we get older, when the manager tells us to have a rest, we go, I don't need a rest.
Exactly.
Oh, the rest, I need to, you know what I mean? So,
but yeah,
I'm on about me.
Yeah.
And I was a player saying that to the manager. Never mind when I was the manager saying that to the player, and he was going to me, well, I don't need a rest. What are you doing now? What do I want a rest for?
Is it like telling your toddler they need to go to bed?
Well, yeah.
And they don't believe you?
You have to be careful if you say somebody need a rest too, because if you said, I need a rest to Wayne Rooney, he'd bite your head off.
Yeah, that's the difference, yeah.
He'd want to beat you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean a rest? Why do I want a rest? You know what I mean? So, there's players who can handle it, and then there's players who can't. I think players are more tolerant today because the size of the squads and the rotation system than it was earlier on. But, I get that. But, I mean, Mainoo's problem is the manager. Not that I'm criticising him because he's got to do his own thing. In terms, we saw the previous manager what he did to some of the players with the fact that there were good players and really good players and still were good players, but that manager didn't particularly like them. And it's at that point they've got to get out. You know what I mean? You've got to say, you don't really fancy me, you don't want me. And obviously he's done that to a lot because of his system, because all the wingers have gone. Man United.
Yeah.
Was there 3 of them, 4 of them have gone?
It's a tough one for him.
You know what I mean? Because he plays wing backs. So when you see a player that's been so good for Man United, then a new manager comes in, which is well within his rights, and then you see his form dip away.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the previous manager, because he didn't fancy him and he was England captain. And now it's like, where's Harry Maguire now? And that's what 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons has gone by, and he's just a squad player now. So, it's who you get as a manager. And I always, in my career, I needed a manager to play for him, so I could play for him. I need to like the manager or respect the manager, so I could play for him. If I didn't respect the manager, I'd sooner move on.
Does Kobbie need to move on then, do you think?
It's one of them. So I've always thought, first of all, I hope they have chats about it, because that doesn't necessarily happen, by the way. But if you're thinking of game time, Kobbie's not had enough. I think he comes on for a couple of minutes every game. I know he started one, but he's for his age, where he sort of is, sort of even in the international squad, he needs to be playing. It's as simple as that. So
devalued him as well,
Yeah, well, this season will be massive for him, because if he doesn't play, then he's, you seriously have to think about he'll have to move on, which for me being a local lad is not a good thing.
It's not. I can't be too critical about that, because you run into I run into the same problems. I'm not got on with players, and players have not got on with me. So, but I've always been of the fact that like, are you not happy? No, right? Well, let's find yourself somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's always a problem with the fee, because the directors always want more than what you think the valuation is, and they say, "Oh, you always want a bit more." And then what happens? The player stays longer and gets devalued anymore. So when the next offer comes in, it's less than that one they refused.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems, to try and to get them to understand we can't lose that much money. We paid this much money for him. And you say, but if you wait another year and I'm not playing him, so they might actually change the manager instead of selling that player.
Yeah.
Well, Man United and their selling of players,
you know what I mean? So
not being
it's a difficult job, but the young man needs to find, because he's burst onto the scene, and you can't wait too long to go and play first team football again. Because we've seen so many players lose it.
Yeah.
And Harry Maguire's a top experienced professional. It's a big ask, like, if you can't get there, go and see the manager and say, look. And I think Man United would, not the Man United want to see him go, but he'd go. But also for Man United's finances, and I hate talking about this.
Yeah, English,
homegrown, all the money's profit.
Yeah.
So financial fair play, it's a big chunk to that.
Yeah.
But where's the British English players? Where are they? I know we've got a great English team. And Scotland's pretty good as well. The way they played against Denmark, what fantastic goals they were. But like, there's not many of them. There's lots of teams playing without a Brit in it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Not just English, without a British player in it.
Yeah. Right, let's move on to happier times for the both of you. Because Wes, I imagine that you are enjoying Sunderland's start to the season just as much as our Sam is.
Yeah, very good. I mean, it was happy, Sam, when we were there, but tell you what, when you live in it, it's not. When you stay up, it's good at the end.
It is, yeah.
But at the time,
it's like winning something.
Yeah, it is.
But you don't win anything, right? Yeah. But it's like winning something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But they've started off so good.
Yeah.
I just love the energy. I've not been to one of the games yet, but you can tell the energy between the first of all, the lads who were playing, the manager, and obviously the crowd. We know what the crowd's like. I think it was very important they got off to a decent start, but they actually did better than that and got off to a brilliant start. And to be fair, I still feel like they're going to lose games, but at the same time, you're like, they could win. They could win just as many, and it's really good to see. Honestly, you can see a good energy there.
Unbeaten start to the season at home. City have got them at weekend, and I'm a little bit nervous, although it's at the Etihad, which might ease it a little bit. It does feel like a massive cliche, but we always say the stadium light and the fans make such a difference. I mean, and you've just mentioned it there as well. It is a cliche, but it's also true, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, there again, you know how many times I talk about recruitment. I mean, they shouldn't have gone up last year. They nicked it. You know what I mean? They really did nick it. And now they've taken advantage of it by their recruitment. They've recruited some really, really good players, and they look a really, really good unit. And I think I've said this before, Xhaka.
He's done it and done well, hasn't he?
He's the glue.
Yeah.
You can see him controlling, talking, shouting, playing, like,
It's like he was meant to be there.
As good as he ever played for Arsenal.
I bet he can't walk down the street in Sunderland right now, Xhaka.
He is just giving the team that's never played in the Premier League, or most of the players that know, he's giving them the advice on the pitch by the looks of it, and the way and the example he's showing. Yeah. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
So their best ever Premier League finish was 7th. They're currently sitting in 6th.
That were really, wasn't it, all them years ago?
Oh, was it?
I think it was, yeah.
Been on the show, yep. Do you think they can finish in the top 6, Wes?
It's going to be hard. Let's be honest, it's going to be hard. I think the players will believe that at the moment, and that's what you want, if I'm being honest. And I still think there's other teams that have not really got into gear yet properly. And once they start, pulling off 2-3 on the bounce, which I think they will, I think they might struggle. But at the same time, the players will be thinking, why not? You know, why can't we?
I think if you look at the stats, that's what you have to have a look at. You have to look at the stats and see who finished 6th or better in the first year in the Premier League. That'll give you an indication. My mind's not that great, but I'd say the last team that did that was Ipswich, 2000.
Yeah, what year was that? Yeah, 2000.
Well, they pipped us in the playoffs and Bolton when I first got there, and got up, and they finished in Europe, and then the next season got relegated.
Where did Forest end up 7th last year? Was it? Still got into Europe though, but yeah.
Yeah, that was 7th though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That weren't the first season in the Premier League though.
Did they not just come back up last year?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No, he saved them, didn't he? Saved them.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah, that was the second year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you go a long way back for the first year in the Premier League and finishing 6th or better. I don't think there's...
Right. Here's a big question for you on Sunderland and for the both of you. So they are currently 4 points ahead of Newcastle, which I'm sure they are loving. Would Sunderland fans prefer to finish in the top 6 and get into Europe, or to just finish higher than Newcastle?
Top 6, yeah.
Okay.
Top 6 and finish higher than Newcastle.
I mean, it's very important for everybody.
I've said this before when Wes came last time about this. My first home game, we lost at West Brom 1-0, and my first home game was Newcastle. I'm going, of course, we were struggling then, like, I mean, and we won. I still don't know how we won, but we won. Got penalty and stuff like that. In fact, remember that far back. And all the fans are going 6 in a row, 6 in a row. And I had no idea that. And somebody said, "Oh, we beat Newcastle 6 times on the trot." So
crazy, wasn't it?
It was crazy. Crazy game.
Crazy game. Obviously, the thing to note about Sunderland as well is that they could lose up to 7 players to AFCON, which is
disaster.
About 2 weeks away
now. It is a disaster, yeah. I mean, we've had to deal with that. Many clubs have had to deal with that over the years. It's just, and with today's fixtures, and the old shutting the league down's gone out the window, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. You know, I mean,
2 week period.
I mean, has it gone now? Isn't it?
Oh yeah, the Christmas break, the winter break.
Have they still got it?
Is it still happening?
I think so.
No, I feel like it isn't.
They should never have got rid of that.
Yeah.
They talk of injured players getting even more injured. But then, you know, if you keep creating more competitions and you keep putting more clubs in those competitions, then you're you know, I'd say welfare of players today is in later years is far more dangerous now than ever before.
Yeah.
With knee, you've got knees that.
Cheers, Sam.
What's wrong with your knees, Wes?
I don't remember this. You used to have your own injections, didn't you?
Oh, horrible, yeah.
What for? Pain?
For his knees?
Yeah, for my knees, yeah.
You used to have them in a little...
Ostenos.
Steroids.
Steroids.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
We do anything
miss the
to
spot. When he used to miss the spot as well, and I'd be screaming.
But
yeah.
We'd do anything to play.
Do you still play now?
Just charity games now.
Yeah, just charity games.
Yeah, not for fun anymore.
You've not got roped into the Wythenshawe town.
No, it's funny. I actually, I've got to say, 2 years ago, I used to play 6-a-side with a lot of them.
Yeah,
but I couldn't walk after it. You know, because it's still very high, quick. The technical side was all good, and you come off thinking, "Oh, it's a good session." I couldn't walk 2 days after. But yeah, it's funny. I like it. I think they'd win if everyone kept going back.
Yeah.
They'd win the league.
And how are the knees today?
It's all right because I only do paddle and boxing now.
Okay, yeah. Very good.
You fancy a game of paddle?
Have you tried
I've
paddle
never
yet?
played paddle, no.
No, me neither.
No, never.
It's what the cool kids are doing.
I used to play a lot of tennis with Ronnie Wood, so Woody was mad on tennis.
Tennis is just too hard for me. Tennis.
Yeah. But paddle.
Paddles, yeah. Well, I mean, the ball's active more, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get more chance of playing the ball in paddle than you do in tennis.
Are you playing those celebrity pro-ams that I keep saying?
No.
What, on paddle?
Yeah, they're all over.
I've been asked a few times. I don't even think I'm that level to play that yet. But I wouldn't. No, I can't just play about with my mates.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious.
I tell you what's gone out the window is a sport squash, isn't it?
They still play it in my gym. I still see people doing it.
Squash. My mate still plays squash.
I mean, way back when I was playing, it was like
tough squash.
Yeah,
it was the game to play. Like, I mean, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
That's tough, by the way. That keeps you fit.
No thanks.
Squash.
Bad on your knees, that one.
That is bad stamping, isn't it?
Yeah.
No thanks. Just stick to me yoga, thank you. Thank you. Right, more Premier League topics.
Go on, then.
So, Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk. I had him on the bench in my fantasy football team this week and they kept a clean sheet. Has he struggled even more since Wayne Rooney criticised him? So...
Not really.
I doubt he'd think of it like that,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. But it's one of them. I think he's been good. He's been so good, really good. Okay, and regardless who you are, you're always gonna, like we talked about before, you're gonna have a bad spell. It's as simple as that. But because it's Virgil, I suppose it's going to get picked up first of all a little bit more. Then everybody's got their eyes on it.
Yeah.
So everyone's going, oh yeah, look at his position there. Where's he dropping off to there? Why is he not closing him down there? It comes from a lot of, obviously, the team performances as well.
Yeah.
But I still think you can, as an individual player, you can still do your part. And I suppose he hasn't been doing. You know?
Who has?
He hasn't.
No, but nobody has.
And that's the thing.
So
But then
why-
you still...
So why pick on him?
Exactly. That's my point. Because everyone's
Because he's so good. You know,
Well, yes, I get that. Like,
He's
but
a Premier League
I'll
great,
go
isn't he?
back to this. We played as pairs, centre halves.
his mate's not been playing well as well.
We didn't play as individuals.
yeah.
If we were gonna be good, we played as pairs.
Yeah.
We knew each other. We know how we. The other, I can't remember the other centre half. Sorry,
Canuto.
Yeah.
is it?
Canuto,
Canuto? He's been far worse than Virgil.
Yeah, he's been bad as well.
You know what I mean? In some of the terms that he completely missed the ball, didn't he, the other day?
He
Not
did.
this game, but the game before, and they scored from it. Like, I mean, I think it was Forest, wasn't it? So, if you're not there together and the pair for the club, even though it might have changed now, it's fine, but the pairing's really, really important.
And you always talk about defending as a team as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think they've got a problem at right back as well. And if you haven't got that, I mean, first thing you hear him say, well, we got a clean sheet today, that's why we won. We didn't give a goal away in the first 10 minutes. As,
Yeah.
So, we all know how important defending is, and that this moment in time that, that his game has suffered like everybody else's. But I'll still say that had they signed Guy when they tried to, they would be. I still think they'd have problems, but not as many as they've had in terms of the losses, because he's one of the best centre halves in the country by far.
For me, Virgil van Dijk is a Premier League great. I think he'll go down as one of the greatest in the Premier League. But given this sort of season, this blip that he's been having, do you think that is going to damage his reputation long term? Or does he need to come out of this blip to prove himself as a great?
It's not his first blip, because he had a blip after the injury because of the injury, where everybody went, he's lost a yard. We get all that saying, well, it's a meter now, isn't it? Because none of you lot know what a yard is, do you?
No. No idea.
So, you know what I mean? So, it's a meter to all those young uns like you. And I think he got that back. He worked hard to get that back, because you have a cruciate ligament injury. He's the expert on cruciate ligaments.
Wow.
That too.
Too. So when you come back from that, it's a tough one. A tough one, not just physically, but it's a tough one in here.
Yeah.
And in the end, everybody started, but he's got that. He's worked really hard, and he got that back on the last couple of seasons. And now they always look at somebody, or pick somebody out. And if the team's not playing well, it's harder work for your own performance to be right up there.
And the team isn't playing well as a
No,
whole.
they didn't play well for staff.
Yeah. Jamie Carragher,
It's
obviously Liverpool legend, has criticised Liverpool a lot lately. Fair play to him. Some of the things that he said. So he said that Salah's legs have gone. Do you agree that Salah's legs have gone? Because obviously he didn't play in the West Ham game.
Stop it. He should know better. He should really know better. I mean, that's an absolute pathetic statement. Why he's good at them, isn't he? He's good at that. Let's just throw it out there for a bit of popularity to keep himself on the front end of it. That's a disgrace talking to him. His legs haven't gone. No.
I would say that.
How can his legs go from what he did last year and have the summer off and his legs have gone this year? How can that happen? It doesn't happen overnight.
No, Salah's just more comfortable playing when Liverpool are playing well, right? Listen, when Salah's attributes are not going to change, he's still as dangerous when he gets the ball as any other time. He's never really done all the running back anyway. So I seen someone said he's run off Salah. I was like, he's 5 yards in front of him. He's never done that. But at the same time, Liverpool just haven't had the same possession, the same spaces going forward as they have done because they're not playing well as a team. Not everybody knows everyone yet, and you can it's showing. So Salah's not getting the right ball at the right time, or he's getting less of the ball. But to say that his quality's still not there,
how does he know anyway? What does he know? I mean, he doesn't train with him, does he? He doesn't watch him train, doesn't sees him play. I mean, he might not be doing so well, like many of Liverpool players, like I mean. So Isak hasn't played well. So his legs gone already? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, he also said that Konate, who you mentioned a minute ago, Konate playing midweek was a sackable offence.
And he missed it. Yeah, he missed the ball, didn't he? He didn't play well at all.
Well, I don't think he's got many options, has he, apart from Gomez? No.
Maybe Gomez, or he's probably got...
Gomez has been there a long time.
And then
and he's
local
steady.
lads, but you can't play them in them sort of games, can you?
No. But, we all know about that, like I said, centre-half. That's probably, why you struggle as a partnership.
Yeah. Pressure all over the show for some teams. Pressure is starting to mount on one of your favourites, Thomas Frank. The fans booed him.
Well, it's Tottenham, innit?
Yeah.
Let's go through all the other managers.
Yeah.
Pochettino didn't boo him. He's the only one that didn't boo. Mm-hmm. But all the others after that have got the same amount of stick at some stage or not. Well, let's have a look at that. What is it? How many is it? Mourinho.
Ange. God, my memory. Same. I look at Wes. Wes has probably got better memory than us.
I'm thinking of more the like you're saying, the fans.
They had the top managers as well, It's not like as if they haven't, you know what I mean? And it's always been a problem for them.
I just think the expectation, especially winning the cup last year, everyone's thinking, right, we can push on now. But let's be honest, they were just as bad in that cup as Man United were at times. Does that make sense?
Well, I was there.
We just keep getting through.
Do you know how many passes Tottenham
had? Final
Do
was
you know
shocking.
how many passes Tottenham had that game?
No.
Something like 160, that's all. It's
still one West.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
It's under 200, honestly.
You watching it this
I watched that game. It was a brilliant atmosphere, but boy, was it boring.
Yeah. And so you can't. So yes, they won. But if you're looking at it that way, it's like, yeah, but two bad teams at the time.
And the fans tried the best.
Yeah,
both sets of fans, to be fair, because
the
atmosphere far outweighed the quality of the game. In their life, but it's amazing. And so everybody goes on about possession. Doesn't matter as long as you win, does it?
In terms of Spurs' attacking options, obviously Spurs have got injury problems, but I feel like we've been saying Spurs have got injury problems for years now. Their attacking options that are currently fit: Richarlison, 6 goals he's had, fair play, but he's also had 6 yellow cards this season. It seems to sum him up a little bit. Obviously, Xavi Simons was 52 million in the summer. Doesn't really feel like he's got going. Kudus, fair enough, probably the only one that
he come
would
from
get
West
somewhere
Ham,
else.
so he's used to the Premier League.
Brennan Johnson seems to have gone off the boil. Odebert, Tell. What do you make of their attacking options, Wes?
When you look at it on paper, you think, yeah, okay, we can get a few goals here, I suppose. But it's not really gone to plan. You bring in your big money signing, that's the one you're hoping straight on, feet on the ground, gets you a few goals straight away, lifts everything up. But it's not anything to do with football. That's not the case. Kudus for me has been the main guy, the most threatening. But they need Richarlison. It's on and off for me. Like you said, he can be a nightmare. You'd agree with this. The hardest position on the pitch, centre forward.
The
Okay.
next hardest. Tell me.
What's
The goalkeeper.
Yeah. I knew you were
Would
going
you
to
say that? Yeah.
Yeah. I know him now. I knew he was going to say that was.
Two most important players in your team first.
Okay.
Then down the middle.
Yeah, down the
And
middle.
then down the sides. There we go.
And so I don't know what the fans are expecting, if I'm being quite honest. You just hope that your big money signings come in, they get off on the right foot, and you can start scoring goals. But can you keep blaming the manager? Sometimes I think you have to look at the players.
What's an enigma in the world? Is there are no strikers.
Yeah.
It's an enigma across the
crazy.
whole world. Where'd you go in the world to find a top striker? Like you mean? Whereas way back in his day at Man United, they had 4.
Yeah.
They didn't have 1 or 2. They had 4.
Can you imagine having 4 strikers
4,
of that
they
level
just had
again at
4
one club?
strikers.
Crazy.
I don't think he had much less than 4 strikers.
That's
Here.
And then we've had a good variety. So even at one point, Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo, Salah. That's a 4.
Yeah.
Then Salah
York,
goes
Cole,
over top,
Sheringham, Solskjaer.
Solskjaer. Yeah, so you
You know what I mean?
and you sort of take it in turns as well when you have that
I know.
many. I'm not playing 2. I'm just going to rest you today. Ollie, you're in.
Yeah.
He'll get you 2. He's
You'll
then
get
happy
your
to go
an
back
hat trick
out.
when he comes on at sub.
Yeah.
So where have they gone? Because you know what it's like having kids. You've got
Well,
kids. You've got
every
kids.
kid
Everybody
wants to be a
the
centre
striker.
forward.
Yeah.
You know, my son, ended up playing centre forward when he started and ended up as centre half. So most people want to play on the front line.
They want the glory.
And,
Too many tricks nowadays, the kids.
You know what I mean?
Boss.
So
They all want to do tricks. No
Yeah.
one just wants to score. But yeah, I mean, listen, I went to the to watch the youth team play the other day. Sorry, in training, one of the academies. Technically, they're much better than my day. I don't care what anyone says, but at the same time, is it too much sometimes? Is anyone, teaching positions, or do they all change positions too much? So, for instance, at a certain level, you can be striker one week, centre half the next week. But you might have scored 5. I'd be like, keep him up front. He's my striker. But they all change. I think you should stick to, no, I want to be centre forward. You're good at it, so you stay there, keep scoring. But they do a lot of changing around and.
Well, it's all this like, programs instead.
No, I get it. But
and I do believe that it's the only way we can develop a football now because we can't develop ourselves. I didn't have any coaching at all till I left school and went to Bolton Wanderers at 15.
I struggled with position, just like when I remember getting there. I always remember Nobby. Nobby Stiles was my first manager. Swore in every sentence, loved it when I think about it now. And he just used to do that to me all the time. What position you're in? Yeah. Because I didn't really get it as well. No one's taught me. I like playing here, but I'm standing there and I'm like, well, he goes, no, fucking 10 yards back, or look where you are, look where all the team are. And like you just said, you've then got to pick it up so quick, and then you sort of move. You've gone up a level, but you have to learn it. Football things quick, and the manager will see it as well. And then once you've done that, it'll be something else. And it's all together at the same time. But you've picked it up, and he's like, okay, he's listening, he's learning, and the quicker you can pick it up, the better.
So are kids going into academies too young then, do you think? Because my son
it's
is
the only
8,
chance they've got.
and his
some of
friends are in
satellite
academies.
schools start at 6, don't they?
Yeah,
5 and 6.
under 7s.
But it is the only way now. It is the only way because, there was a time, and I hope this is still not the case, there was a time when academy football prevented kids from playing in other football.
Correct.
And that is bad.
And school.
That is really
Can't
bad.
play with your mates. I think that's
really
so
bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. My time at school, which doesn't happen anymore, right, is our PE teacher organised all the sports we did. So at my school, I did basketball, gymnastics, swimming, athletics, football, cricket.
Yeah.
Every day. And sometimes he used to do, when you finish school, you could have an hour. If it was winter in the gym, if it was summer, you could go out and he'd do whatever it was. So all those sports gave me the opportunity to be a footballer, not just playing football.
Yeah.
So that was then. Now that doesn't happen at school.
No.
Government's disgrace, why we got so much obesity. So we are now faced with the fact that we've got to do it via the football clubs. Now, what the football clubs should be allowed to do was be at the football club instead of being at school, especially in the Premier League, because the Premier League have enough facilities, enough health and safety, enough child protection for them to be at the football club.
I think they do it 1 day a week when they get to a certain age.
One day
That's
a week.
like Lillyshaw then.
One day a week's rubbish.
Yeah.
Lillyshaw was up there all the time with school. Look how many good players they developed from that. So why bother with, they want to be a footballer, why bother with some of the lesser subjects?
Well, if they don't make it, we know the percentages that don't make it.
Yeah, but if they don't make it, got the other subjects, haven't they? They've got the real subjects that you need, because they're going to dismiss some of those subjects they've done anyway when they leave school. If they get that job, are they going to bother with geography and history? If they go into finance or banking? They're not, are they? So it's about giving them the opportunity to be. Now, what you're doing is now, as you well know, as a young parent, your life's never your own. You drive. I mean, my grandson was at Man United. Our Craig, my son, spending every single night driving him, and luckily it wasn't too far.
Yeah,
staying there for 2 hours, coming back every night.
Yeah.
Then weekends, they're playing. You know what I mean?
Could have 2 games.
So that was like
Saturday and Sunday.
That was 6 years.
Yeah.
Now that's being in the football club at least 4 hours a week. It's not going to harm.
No,
it's going to advance that child's opportunity. And there's still an education after you leave school to go to. You don't need to go to college or university because you get your education at the football club, and you have to do that education when you get there. So there's a great setup, but of course, in our wisdom, and we've been brainwashed into academic qualifications.
Yeah.
You know, and you're talking to a dyslexic who's not no qualifications from that point of view, because I was good at what I did because I could listen. So my dyslexia made me really good at remembering. So the advantage of me knowing what I wanted to do in football was about that horrible thing I had at school that caused me so much trouble because it wasn't even diagnosed then. I was the red lines around the English teacher, around the spelling. That's, you know, absolutely rubbish. But when I got into football and the coach was talking and saying, well, you know, we've got to do this, got to do that, you remembered it. When I went on to club, I would be captain and tell all the players what you're marking him, Sam Umama, you're marking him. They couldn't remember, but I could. So I didn't have to I didn't remember my own job. I could remember theirs.
Yeah.
Because it gave me another sense, because I was struggling with writing and spelling, reading. It gave me a sense that I had to listen. And most of the time at school, blagged my way through it.
Yeah.
So people didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I used to blag my way through it, you know what I mean? Then couldn't wait to get away. God, what a great day that was.
Yeah.
Leaving school. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Apart from the PE teacher, who I've got a lot to thank him for.
I always like, when you mention obesity in school, I always like to mention as well, just say shout out to my son's school, because every single day, Monday to Friday, rain or shine, they do a mile run. The whole school. Doesn't matter. They go out and they run for a mile. Apparently it's 7 times round the little playground that they have. And it's for fitness, but it's also for mental resilience, because they do it even in the rain. Okay, last question for today's podcast, Wes. So last time you were on, you told us about an incident with Sir Alex and Beckham. Well, recently, obviously, we saw what happened at Everton. Oh my goodness! When Thingamajig got sent,
Ah,
Idris, got sent off for
It wasn't
slapping
much,
his
though,
own
was it?
player.
Not much, was it? Bit of a tap, was it?
I liked it though.
I mean, come on.
Okay, so my last question for you both. Come to you first, Wes. The most memorable time teammates have fallen out, either in training, at a match, on a night out, whatever.
Definitely not a night out. I can remember training once, and it's like anything. The way we used to train was like a game, first of all. So
Yeah.
sometimes it could be a late tackle. Obviously, it's not on purpose. But I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was Phil Neville and
Phil.
Edwin van der Gouw. Raymond van der Gouw, not Edwin. Raymond van der Gouw. They had a little push. I'm not saying a good little push, but more in faces, little maybe slap. And then Gary Neville run over as well. And then it sort of stopped. But
Did Gary Neville stop it, or was he on Phil's side?
I'm going to 100% it was on Phil's side.
Of course he was.
100%.
It's his brother.
And like I
captain
said,
coming sorted,
there was no proper punches or anything, but that's the only time in training I can remember.
Who was the best
I might ask
fighter?
Gaz about what happened there.
Who was the best fighter?
But at the
Did
club,
you have one? Yeah. Did you have one that would have been the best fighter if it happened?
Rooney?
I think so, yeah.
No? Oh, okay.
We've had the gloves on a few times. It's not Rooney. I would probably say someone like Butty or Keno. If you're talking to the deaf, if that means any sense.
Okay.
Butty, definitely Nicky Butt.
Really?
Yeah.
He comes across quite chilled.
Oh, he is chilled until he's
Until he's not.
Until
Well, I don't know. But I
he
just
snaps.
reckon in my head, I'm
Yeah.
thinking he can fight. I reckon Keno could fight. Wazza would put up a good stint. Yeah.
I don't think he gets anything
Vida.
like that today, like it used to get.
No.
No, everyone's
Yeah.
more chilled, but the anger issues stay inside now. Leave that on the football pitch, don't we, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akin Boulant and Bernard Mendy at Bolton was the
Oh,
best fight I'd ever seen in my entire life.
that would have been good.
They're
What
like,
happened?
well, it came to start with just finishing the session at the training ground, and Bernard went straight to Akin Boulant, like you mean, and it was a bit of shove and push, like you mean, and we thought there was nothing of it, and we're walking off. Then, as they're walking off, they're punching each other. So, like, with lads breaking it there, like you mean. So, I go into my porter cabin office at the time. Lads go into the dressing room, and then somebody shouts, "Gaff, you better come in here." So, luckily, we had Faz Page, who was our big. He used to be my minder. Faz, he was a masseur, like he's an orthopedic therapist now. And Faz come in, I've just had to part these gaffer, like you mean. So I brought Bernard into my office, sit down. I said, "You wait there till Akin Boulant gets changed and buggers off home." Next thing is the door burst open. Akin Boulant comes out and double foots him in the chest.
Yeah.
And runs out. So Bernard's up.
In your office?
Yeah, in my office. Bernard's up and running off after Akin Boulant. Like, I mean, I'm shouting, "Faz, get hold of them too." So we got hold of them, split them up again, and then we had to keep one in the dressing room, send them home before. I can't remember which one we sent home first. I just said, "Get showered and go home." And the other one could then get showered after he'd gone home. And then say, when you come back tomorrow, come in my office.
Did you sort it though?
Sort it in the end, yeah.
In the end,
In
see
the
the
end.
Keno one.
There's
you
blood
seen them the
everywhere
next
for a
day,
while.
didn't
There's
you?
lots of blood in the dressing room.
Was there?
Yeah.
See that's
Yeah.
one of the bad ones then.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the
anything.
worst I'd seen,
It's
like,
like,
I mean.
but do you remember when Wayne and Bardser?
Had the boxing
Yeah,
in someone's kitchen.
yeah, in someone's kitchen. See, that's just fun and games, but it did happen. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? And then you can make a laugh of it. And the Keno one the other day, didn't they put the boxing gloves on the day after and we're messing about?
Yeah.
See, it's the timing, you know, when your head's going and you think he said something personal to him. Because if you look at it, I think Keno said, "Don't pass it there, stop giving the ball away there," and he's took that personal. You know, it's just the heat of the moment sort of stuff. And normally it gets sorted out like that. But
Yeah.
that's a bad one that you've just said there.
Imagine that happening today.
No.
I mean, luckily
Couldn't.
there's no social media then.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
didn't go out on social media. You could keep it quiet, like you mean. But Andy Carroll he wouldn't mess with Andy.
No.
Yeah, he
No,
looks,
Andy
looks pretty solid. He can handle himself.
Andy did we were on pre-season tour. James Collins let him go out for the last night after pre-season tour, and they had a few drinks, and
Them too.
Andy's arguing with Kevin Nolan, who were the best mates.
Okay.
And Gins tries to step in, and Andy says, just warns him, saying, "Don't bother." And Gins, like an idiot, says, "Well, I'll have a go." And he said that Andy hit him once, and that was it.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And I woke up the next day, come down for breakfast before I set off. I look at Ginger's face, and I go, "Right, come on, everybody in. What's happened to you?"
Yeah.
And they find out that Andy's so. And
Brilliant.
He wouldn't mess with Andy Carroll, honestly.
Yeah, I know Andy. He's good. He's a great
Yeah.
lad. Good lad as well.
Great.
Still playing, isn't he?
Oh, he's still playing,
yeah,
huh?
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still playing, yeah. Non-league, isn't he?
Yeah, non-league still scoring.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Love it.
Yeah. Loved playing, didn't like training.
Yeah. I've just
Andy.
Yeah.
Loved
A lot of
playing.
people.
Had a really sad, injury prone. He had hyperextensive joints. In other words, that the ligaments didn't protect the joints as they should.
Right.
So they become.
Yeah.
So we had pictures of him landing because he jumped and landing, and his knee going like
Oh.
that, or his ankle going like that.
Hmm.
So that's really cost him a lot in his career. That sadly, nothing he could do about that. So
All right, I've gone queasy. It's
I know,
probably
yeah.
time to finish there.
yeah, fighting. I'm glad we don't see much of that nowadays because they'll get a
Yeah. Wes, thank you
Guess
so
a bit
much for
more
coming on.
Pleasure.
Thank
Like
you for coming on
always,
again.
play. Wes,
Thank
great
you.
to see you.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
boss.
Sam, thank you very much.
And you, Nat.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody, for watching another episode of No Tippy Tappy Football brought to you by Boyle Sports. We very, very much appreciate you. We know there's lots of options out there, so we appreciate you watching and listening to us. Just remember as well, new Boyle Sports customers can get a bet £10, get £40 in free bets offer, plus a 50% bet builder boost for Aston Villa versus Arsenal on Saturday. To claim this exclusive offer, follow the link in the description below. It's for over 18s only. T's and C's apply. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll see you next week.